Tonight on TV2 News, the winter storm moving all across of Ohio makes its way to Kent. We'll be tracking the storm and let you know how the city's preparations may affect you.
And one of those changes the city is making, a parking ban on all its streets, when you can expect the ban to be lifted ahead.
And the university's newly formed vaccination committee announced planning is underway. More on the group and their planning later.
In its 19th season premiere, American Idol returned last night for yet another unforgettable season. Details on those heading to Hollywood as TV2 News starts now.
This is TV2 News.
A major winter storm is currently spreading snow and potentially damaging ice throughout Ohio. Thanks for joining this evening. I'm Anna Louden.
And I'm Melissa Meyers. Marz Anderson has the details on how to prepare yourself for the week.
Good evening, Portage County. I don't have my stuff on the prompt, but it's all right. Currently, the university has decided to cancel in-person classes after 4 p.m. So oh my goodness, this is... All right, let's go ahead and take a look at your weather. So currently in Kent, it looks like we are at 23 degrees, and it feels like it is 12 degrees out there with that dew point of 16%, with those winds coming in from the north-northeast at 12 miles per hour. Excuse me. Now, we do have that winter storm warning that is issued until Tuesday at 1 p.m. That was from the National Weather Service. Now, it'll be affecting northeast Ohio, northwest Ohio, and north central Ohio. Now, there is some heavy snow that'll be occurring, and it'll be resulting in about 8 to 12 inches of snow, and that's all across Ohio. Now, snow will continue overnight through early Tuesday. So going ahead and taking a look now at Northeast Ohio, we see that Cleveland is currently at 25, Kent 23, Canton 25, Youngstown 23, Ashtabula 24, Worcester 21, Sandusky 19, and Mansfield 19. And you see those are right this time. Now, going ahead and looking at a few hours when we're off air, we'll see at 8 p.m. we'll be reaching about 24 degrees. That'll be some snow there. And then also there'll be 24 at 10 p.m., 12 a.m., 25. There will be snow all night, so expect that. Now, I did see a couple of football players who were walking around this morning with shorts on, so I'm going to talk about it every time I see it. Now, that's all I have right now. Be sure to stay tuned to the newscast. I'll go ahead and have your 7-day forecast in a while. Marz Anderson, TV2 News.
Thanks, Marz. And as Marz just said, Northeast Ohio is expecting a big winter storm, and the Ohio Department of Transportation has been well prepared for the upcoming conditions. Northeast Ohio is under a winter storm warning, and District 4 of the Ohio Department of Transportation here in Portage County has been preparing for the snow as of late Sunday night.
We currently have over 300 crews out as of right now, and we have around 18 crews out in Portage County.
The crews are prepared to work 12-hour shifts in order to treat the roads with the proper materials needed.
We use salt and salt brine when the pavement temperatures are above 20 degrees. Once that pavement temperature drops below 20 degrees, that's when we start using a mixture of calcium chloride and beet.
Snowplows and salt trucks were sent out early this morning, and crews will continue to be put to work based on accumulation.
Whenever the snow really starts to sticking, that's when they're going to put the plows down, but they will just continue to treat the roads here with salt and salt brine.
And with a winter storm this big hitting throughout the entire state of Ohio, one concern is shortage of materials. However, ODOT says they aren't worried.
We have over 165,000 tons of salt here in Northeast Ohio. They are, ready to rock, so we are not worried about material at all.
ODOT advises that if you do see salt trucks and snowplows out on the roads, to give them plenty of room to work.
And they are just trying to make the roads as safe and passable as possible. So please, we just urge the public not to crowd the plow and give them plenty of work.
In Kent, Ohio, Melissa Meyers, TV2.
Due to the heavy snowfall that Kent is expecting, an emergency parking ban has been put into place. Parking on all city streets is banned to allow city crews to clear snow and ice. The order was enacted at noon today, and Melanie Baker, Kent's Director of Public Service, said her office will release an update when the ban is lifted.
And as we begin to prepare for this winter storm, Kent State groundskeeping are as well. Our own Troy Pierson is live in in the studio. Troy.
Thank you, Melissa. I was outside Franklin Hall just a couple minutes ago. It was obviously snowing, which is going to be happening throughout the course of this evening and into early next morning. It was certainly very cold, but I'm happy to be inside. I did get a chance to take a walk around campus this afternoon. There weren't a lot of people on campus due to the fact that there is a decreased amount of students on campus that are living in the dorms, but I did see a number of people that were sledding down on the front campus hill, which was very nice to see. But more importantly, there are some grounds crews that are out in full force to keep the campus both accessible and safe for students and staff. Let's go ahead and take a look. Of the winter weather advisory. Grounds manager Rebecca Hillberry described the different shifts her crews are taking to ensure campus will stay accessible to students and staff.
8 p.m. We'll have 3 equipment operators staying from 8 p.m. until 12:30 p.m. So that'll, again, we'll give another 16-hour shift. So we have just 24-hour shift changeovers. People get home, they'll grab something to eat, nap for a few hours, and then come right back to work.
The extreme weather about to hit Kent was absent over the past few years and seemed to be on the decline until now. Grounds management has all hands on deck to keep the campus safe. Even some students are taking part in the effort.
Right now, I have 10 operators, so the folks that drive the equipment, 3 supervisors who are non-working supervisors, but in the case of an emergency, they can machinery. And then I have close to between 20, like groundskeeper wise, about 25 groundskeepers. That would be the folks with the shovel and the salt bucket. And then we have about 5 students.
Try to bundle up and drink a warm cup of hot chocolate to stay warm over the next few days. Reporting in Kent for TV2 News, I'm Troy Pierson.
The vaccine committee has been formed at Kent State to help with the COVID-19 vaccination plan. The committee is working with the Kent City Health Department and the Portage County Combined General Health District. The vaccine committee meets once a week and is currently working on current tiers and the ones that are yet to open. And the Portage County Health District is prepared to vaccinate 1,300 school employees for COVID-19 in the week ahead. 200 people ages 65 and older also have appointments for their vaccine. Teachers and other school employees are set to be vaccinated starting Tuesday. Due to the state reserving most of the vaccine for school employees, the vaccine for others is extremely limited.
Last week, the Ohio Department of Health announced that a data entry error had caused over 4,000 unreported COVID-19 deaths. The death reconciliation process for the 2020 October to December period has since been updated and has added the additional 4,275 COVID-related deaths. A deep review of the data is being analyzed. And a Kent State alumni couple is offering an international student scholarship to honor international student advocates in Meyers. In honor of Wilma Leslie Garnett, the Garnett International Student Scholarship will award up to $2,000, which can be used for 2 semesters. Awards will be based on academic merit and financial need, and all applicants must be international students studying at Kent State. The deadline to apply is March 15th.
And when we get back, we're discussing a new study that's working to double mask protection and minimize COVID-19 transmission.
And the Senate recently acquitted former President Donald Trump. With more legal issues arising, we'll be right back to give you more details.
heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Why is my son having trouble in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with my son over his homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No. He's smart, but his mind wanders.
7 wonders of the world.
Why don't you understand me?
I do. I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Redirecting to understood.org.
Join parents and experts at understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues to help your child thrive.
Kent State University conducted a study to further prevent bacteria through layered protection of mask filters. TV2's Nathan Welsh has the story.
2 Kent State professors conducted research on methods to increase the effectiveness of masks against COVID-19. In partnership with the Kent City Health Department and Kent Fire Department, Dr. Christopher Wolferston, Professor of Epidemiology, and Dr. Richard E. Ferdig, Professor of Learning and Educational Technologies, are testing the filtration efficiency of various protection equipment, such as different kinds of masks. 2 of their articles were published in the scientific journal Applied Biosafety, where they discuss the 4 different examined weaves of textiles most durable, none of which have been proven more effective than the N95 mask. However, these remain not recommended to the general public to reserve them for healthcare workers and first responders. Research surrounding gaiters, surgical masks, and cloth masks continues, but adding additional filters to those masks has been minimal. Wolverton recommends using a textile that is 2-ply and composed of cotton and polyester to further prevent bacteria from entering.
As winter storms continue to hit throughout America, rolling power blackouts were ordered across Texas. Frigid temperatures took over the state and knocked out service to over 3.8 million customers. According to the Electric Reliability Council of Texas, the outages could continue until the state's weather emergency ends. Cities recommend people to conserve energy by turning down thermostats and unplugging non-essential appliances.
Once again, Monday weather anchor Marz Anderson here. Be sure to follow me at Marz on Media. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the weather in the state. So currently, none of these places are near us beyond Akron. So Akron is our first where we want to start. Akron, we have weather here at 25 degrees, Steubenville 27, Athens 25, Columbus 22, Lima 16, Dayton 18, and Cincinnati 21. Now, as I spoke before, I did say that those winds were going ahead and coming from the south, and they're headed up towards Ohio. So they're headed with those northeast winds. So areas like Texas or Arkansas are carrying that storm to us. Now going ahead and looking at your weather tomorrow. So tomorrow noon, the weather will be about 19 degrees. 2 p.m. it'll be 19. This is looking like it'll just be cloudy. And then at 4 p.m. you will get that 22-degree weather. Now, taking a look at your 7-day forecast, we'll have some winter storm. Of course, that winter storm Uri is here with us with a high of 25 degrees, a low of 18. Tuesday, it'll be some light snow. It'll be very cold. It'll be 21 degrees with a low of 2. Now Wednesday, that'll be partly cloudy, 23 degrees high, 18-degree low, some snow on Thursday with that high of 32, low of 22. Friday, that high of 27. There'll be some light snow there with that low of 10 degrees. And then Saturday, it'll be cold, 24. Sunday, high of 36 as well. That's Marz Anderson here on TV2 News. Back to the desk.
Sunday, many people across the country are marking the 3rd anniversary of the mass shooting at a high school in Parkland, Florida. And that includes President Joe Biden, who is using the day to call on Congress to enact what he says are common sense gun law reforms. Biden's call includes requiring background checks on all gun sales, banning assault weapons and high-capacity magazines, and eliminating immunity for gun manufacturers. 17 people were killed and more than a dozen others injured on February 14, 2018, when a gunman opened fire at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. And the Ohio Department of Health reported 1,915 new cases of COVID-19. They also reported 79 more hospitalizations and 48 deaths. The updated numbers bring the total number of cases to over 941,000 as of today. There are currently 1,600 people currently hospitalized due to COVID-19.
Former President Trump's political problems may have ended with impeachment, but his legal problems are just beginning. Trump is facing a criminal investigation in Georgia for attempting to overturn the election. And in New York, his financial dealings are under scrutiny. This as the GOP fights over Trump's place in the future of the Republican Party. CNN's Boris Sanchez reports.
Without the protections of being commander-in-chief, former President Donald Trump has a growing number of legal concerns and investigations. Trump is facing at least 2 investigations in Georgia, including one, a source tells CNN, about the former president's phone call pressuring Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger to find votes to overturn his election loss. Another by the Fulton County District Attorney's Office, looking into Trump's alleged efforts to influence the administration of the 2020 Georgia general election.
Something occurred here within my jurisdiction that may be criminal, and if that is the case, it needed to be investigated.
And there are multiple criminal and civil probes in New York investigating Trump's properties and alleged insurance and tax fraud. There could also be charges filed against Trump in Washington, D.C. Federal prosecutors stressing that nothing is off the table when asked if they were looking at Trump's role in inciting violence during the Capitol insurrection in January.
I think there's grounds for further proceedings, both civil and criminal, against former President Trump. That phase of accountability moves to the courts.
Nearly a month after leaving the White House, Trump's influence on Senate Republicans could interfere with President Joe Biden's agenda. Democrats noting a preview of that possibility after all but 7 Senate Republicans voted to acquit the former president in his impeachment trial.
The Cavs are back in action last night against the Clippers. Tune into my sports report to see how they did.
American Idol returned for what may be its most dramatic season yet. We have your ticket to Hollywood when TV2 returns.
So in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
It's a big responsibility.
Oh, it's huge. I know, it's huge.
And the salary.
Oh my god, yes. I mean,
Right.
like, I was about to move in with my parents, and right before, so this saved me.
I really believe in you, you know?
Thank you. It's nice to hear that from someone.
These are cool. Did you, what did you?
And now, your TV2 Sports Report.
Hello everybody, I'm Matthew Mergen and this is your TV2 Sports Report. The Kent State men's and women's basketball teams are back in action tomorrow against Western Michigan University. The men's team is currently 12-5 and won this previous matchup 80-54 earlier this season. The women's team, who currently sits at 7-5, had their game against this team postponed earlier in the season. Both teams will look to pick up the win and advance their records on what has already been a good season for both teams. Both teams each have 3 individuals averaging double-digit points on the season, and combined the teams are 13-3 at home. Tip-off for the women's team is 1 p.m. and the men's team tips off at 7 p.m. The Cavs are back in action last night and suffered a loss to the Clippers to fall to 10-18 on the season. After a good start to the year, Cleveland has lost 7 straight games, and this one was a 17-point loss. This team is young and has a great young core with a lot of potential, but struggles on defense have been the problem. The team is giving up 112 points per game on average through their 28 games on the season. They also have the worst point differential in the league, losing by an average of 8 points per game, and are only averaging 104, which is the second worst in the league. The team has also decided to bench Andre Drummond for the remainder of the season. They explore trade options for him, which would include young assets and draft picks. The season is still early, so we will see if the Cavs team can turn things around. The Cavs take on Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors tonight. Tip-off is 10 p.m. The Kent State softball team received 7 first-place votes and is picked as the favorite to win the Mid-American Conference regular season. The regular season champion receives the conference's automatic bid for the 2021 NCAA tournament. Miami and Ball State were voted 2nd and 3rd in the poll to win behind the Flashes. The team was highlighted by 2019 MAC Player of the Year, Brenna Brownfield, and the team kickstarts its 2021 campaign this weekend. They will compete at the Georgia Classic this weekend, which takes place from February 19th through February 21st. Hopefully this is a great start to what should be a great season for the Flashes. That's all I have for sports. I'm Matthew Mergen, and make sure to tune in at 8 p.m. tonight for Sports Corner.
The infamous American Idol is back for another season. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score. So I'm pre-approved. You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Good kisses. Good kisses. You heard how loud
I heard. It wasn't you. It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
The original singing competition show, American Idol, is back. This season marks the show's 4th on ABC and 19th overall. Since first airing in 2002, Idol has created some of today's biggest stars, including Kelly Clarkson, Carrie Underwood, and Queen frontman runner Adam Lambert. Contestants on the show have been nominated for a combined 54 Grammy Awards, notching 13 of them, and released over 100 songs, charting on Billboard Hot 100. This season features judges like Katy Perry, Luke Bryan, and Lionel Richie. The panel marks the show's 7th different set of Idol judges.
I think Katy Perry's my favorite judge.
Really? See, I like all of them, I do, but I have to go back to the OGs. Simon,
I miss Simon.
Paula, and Randy, they were always my favorite, but it's okay.
Simon's the best.
He is. Well, switching gears a little bit, it's going to get really cold overnight. The snow's coming, so we're going to send it over to Marz, who's going to have a forecast recap.
All right, thank you, Melissa, so much. Now, going ahead and looking once again at your 7-day, as we did say that there is a winter storm, that Winter Storm Uri is going on. So definitely bundle up as you're out. It will be very windy. As I said, those winds will be coming northeast. So once again, we'll have that high tomorrow. That'll be that 21 degrees with that low of 2. It'll be light snow, as we said, sometime around 1 p.m. that advisory should end, but I believe sometime around 12 p.m. that snow should be gone. Then Wednesday, you have that high of 23, low of 18. 32 on Thursday with that low of 22, and then there is a possibility of another storm, so definitely keep it here on TV2 on KentWire.com at 6 p.m. as we provide you updates. Now Friday, a high of 27, low of 10. Saturday, a high of 24, a low of 8 degrees, cold, cold, cold. However, Sunday, it is 36, so we're getting back up there again. There is those AM snow showers that are potentially there. Once again, I am your Monday weather anchor here on TV2 News. Back to the desk.
That'll do it for us this Monday evening. You can always find top headlines on KentWired.com.
And be sure to follow us on social media at Kent Wired. I'm Melissa Meyers.
And I'm Anna Louden. Have a great night, Portage County.
Wizard, roll for deceasedness.
My Dark Wizard casts Super Fireball.
The wizard has only rolled an 8.
What? This is garbage! Spell.
No way a roll like that doesn't hit a level 1
I
goblin.
have
Are
7.
You gotta be kidding
Oh my
me.
God!
I have
What is
just
going
a big
on?
goblin.
Cease your quarreling, children.
What?
No! What are you doing, you crazy monster?
Nanny?
Oh my
What?
You should stop being nerds and playing D&D and be nerds and watch All Systems Go Wednesdays at 9, where we talk everything from movies, games, to anime and more.
Yeah,
No,
seems
yeah.
reasonable.
Go watch All Systems Go.
Hey everyone, do you want to join the discussion? Well, tune into the College Voice every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. right here on TV2.